Tuesday, right? I have a question. Who is going to call GILL out on his verbal abuse of MYRLA, all of Married at First Sight season 13? I just want to know. Who is going to call the Dusty out on his verbal abuse of MYRLA? Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. I think today is Tuesday, girl. Sweetie, I don't know, okay? I'm trying to get me 20, how many more words I need for NaNoWriMo? 15,000? I need 15 more thousand for NaNoWriMo, sweet baby Jesus. My NaNoWriMo is going well. I am at 30, let me see where I'm at. Sweet Jesus. 30, I needed 3,500 words for today because I didn't do much yesterday, and I did 1,000 so far. So how much is that? I need 25. I need 20. I think I probably need about 22 because I did about 300 on my phone today. So right now I'm at 31,409. I did, let's say, I did let's see, calculate, come on, calculator. I was 31,409 plus I did about 1,200 today. That brings me to 32,609. And I need how much I need? 3,500 minus 1,200. I need 2,300 word more for today. Sweet God of science. Good God of science. So I need another 2,300 words. But I said, let me just take a quick little break and do this quick video to figure out who is going to call the Dusty out on his verbal abuse of MYRLA. I just want to know. I meant to have this picture up here when I came on. I just want to know who's going to call him out, who's going to tell him about himself, and because somebody needs to call him out. And a lot of you are saying, "Oh, that's how we are." One lady even said, "That's how my husband talked to me." I was like, "Shame, girl, you need to go to counseling." Let me put this other pictures. I want to thank you for your love and support so far on my books. Yes, my books are going on sale next week. So if you can hang on, I will be putting them on sale next week for Black Friday. Well, I'll probably put them on like next Tuesday. Okay. So those books will be on sale. And I have a surprise for you. I have a great surprise, and I think you guys are going to love it. So I just want you to remember, Janice said, I have a surprise for you. And I know I've been working hard. I've been super absent from YouTube because I am, trying to get these 50,000 words, and I want to be done by next Wednesday. But I have a surprise for you. You guys are going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. So thank you for the love with my books. 23 Types of Guys. You need this book, okay? You need to be able to hear a man when he speaks. You need to know what he means. That's why I knew when Vinny said, "I just need somebody to support," I scroll when the Dusty, I don't need no high maintenance Dusty. Okay, you need to be able to know these things. I want to give a shout out to Alyssa. Alyssa sent this to me. I was so glad because I meant to do something like this. And shout out, Alyssa sent this to me from Reddit. Shout out to Herman Monstereno Souls. Okay. He put this on Reddit. I was like, oh my God, Alyssa, I was going to do a video like this. What I planned to do, what I wanted to do, and I should have done it before NaNoWriMo, was I have all the pictures of the Dusty talking about MYRLA. Okay. If I still have time, I'll do it. Start with Viviana talk about he don't make much, and the Lion Pascal talk about marriage with makeup and nobility, and GILL is cheap, and money don't mean nothing. And this, I have all the pictures of him talking crap about her, and I wanted to do a video of all, and I was just gonna pop the picture. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna come up here and put these pictures up here of everything he has said that was negative towards her and bad towards her, and everything, calling her princess, princessa, all this stuff. I have all these pictures and I was going to put them up, but I just don't have time. Okay. So I was so excited when Alyssa, shout out to Alyssa, sent this to me, and somebody actually put some of these pictures up here. And it says, Herman asks, will GILL's negativity be addressed at the reunion? See, everybody want to talk about MYRLA be negative. Let me tell you about be negative. MYRLA said it. She said, I am negative. I talk about things. I don't talk about my husband. And I don't understand how you guys do not understand. It's like you pay for a service and you get bull crap, right? You want to tell me, this is how I know people are unfair and they hate MYRLA. She's lactose intolerant. She asked for almond milk. They gave her whole milk. How many of you who is lactose intolerant would drink the whole milk? Raise your hands and let me know. Raise your hands. I love hot dogs. I can't eat them. When I eat it, I burp it all day, so I stay away from it. The only time I will eat a hot dog is if my husband cook it. Because you know the men, they're sensitive, child. You got to eat their food, okay? If you were really fear what she said, even the honeymoon, there were people in Florida that said, look, I don't like MYRLA, but she is right. That place is a dump. See, the Dusty, he ain't never been nowhere. Okay, he live in a dungeon. He broke, busted, and disgusted. So any little thing you give him, he's going to be happy and thankful for. But for those of us who's used to a little bit of the good life, he did say she likes the good life, we are not about to accept crap. And we're going to talk about it. Okay, I've shared it with you guys when we go on vacation. Our bathroom, our room has to be specific. We have to have 2 bathrooms. We have to have 2 rooms because I'm not about to share 2 bathrooms with everybody. Okay. So MYRLA is right. She complains about things. She never complains about her husband. Okay. That's the difference. Well, and every time with MYRLA, oh, child, I want to interview her because, girl, when he called you a brat, you should have said you broke. I'm a brat and you're broke. And I just really want her to hit back, but I understand, you know, she has to be tempered, okay? So what I want you guys to do is in the comment section, since I don't have time to do this video, if you remember anything negative the Dusty said about MYRLA, I want you to say it in the comment section. Okay, so here are a few. Herman asks, will GILL's negativity be addressed at the reunion? And here it is, the adventures of Negan Leggins. He called her a brat. He says, I don't like how you spend your money. That, let me tell you, I could deal with him calling her a brat. You know what pisses me most off? What pisses me off and why I am so angry is this bum is going to tell her how to spend her money. The money she went to school for. She went to get the masters, the bachelors, the MS, whatever, the PhD, the teacher's certificate. She worked her way up to a certain level to be able to earn that money. But the bum who do not have the capacity or the ability or the intelligence to earn her money is going to try to tell her how to spend her money. That's the thing pisses me off. If he never said that, maybe I wouldn't be this angry. Okay, maybe if he didn't say, but the bomb is this, you just don't understand how that pisses me off. How he's telling her how to spend her money. Asking her about her eyelashes. How much you pay for your eyelashes? Oh, child, let me tell you. Y'all, you just don't, I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. That's the part that pisses me off. Maybe if he was going in on her about her money and her spending, the bum, the Dusty, who don't have the ability to earn her money, is trying to tell her how to spend it. Excuse you? So I was being a fight. What he said, being a firefighter, I don't make that much, but I was a little amazed about how much she spends in a year. How much you spend on those eyelashes? Excuse you? Yeah, you just don't understand. That's like, let me tell you, that thing has you just don't understand how this has made me angry. You know what I mean? I think if he was going in on her with her money, I probably wouldn't be going in on him like that. But because you're going in on somebody who you don't have the capacity, you're 40 years old and a bum, can't keep a job, no long-time work experience. This woman has her retirement in stock. She pays her bills off every month. She don't have any revolving credit. She owns a home. She has savings. But you want to tell her how to spend her money? Make it make sense to me. You ain't got no house. You live in a dungeon. You were broke. You busted. You ain't got no job. I mean, make it make. Let me go, child. I got to get back to my writing. Ooh, child, that thing. You just don't understand how that upset me. Okay, I don't like how you spent your money. Lord have mercy. I don't need to change. You need to change. Did y'all remember that? He told his mama he ain't gonna change, but she needs to change. Boy, bye. Your standards are too high. This is what Dusty's tell us, ladies. Our standards are too high. You're bougie. Excuse me. Right? You're a bougie, but he's sitting up here in red bottoms and a red suit looking like a pimp. Huh? He has a problem. He has a problem. He's okay with spending $300 on a shirt, but $600 for his shoes. No, that's too much. Make it make sense for me. How the hell it's okay for you to spend $300 on a shirt and it's okay, but MYRLA spending $600 on a pair of shoes is too much? You act like a princess. Actually, call her princessa. And the Hispanic ladies in the Facebook groups, they said that's like calling her a bitch. So he's practically calling her a bitch when you say princessa. You, that old lady with her old high school jersey. I know he's old. You forgot where you came from. Oh, I'm trying to keep her humble. How you gonna try to keep her humble? And this is another thing. Hello, Black Christians. This is one of the worst things people taught in church, that when you was poor, that's you being humble. No, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Okay, it's pride. It is pride. Okay, it's pride. Oh, they come from humble beginnings. No, they didn't. They come from poverty. They were poor. There were 6 people in one room. That's poverty. That is not humble beginnings. Humble beginnings is my husband, who before when they got married and he bought a home that they all grew up in, and his mom went to the husband and said, okay, I'm ready to have kids. I'm not going back to work. He said, okay. They bought a house and he took care of all of them and sent them all to schools. That's humble beginnings. My husband, the house that his mother and father bought was the house he grew up in and was raised in, all 4 of them. Humble beginnings. 6 people in a room is poverty. Where he was living in the ghetto, in the hood, in the ghetto, it's poverty. That is not humble beginnings. If you are poor and you can't feed your kids and you can't give them enough, it's not humble beginnings, it's poverty. Stop calling poverty humble beginnings. Please stop it. And for a lot of the Black people in the Black church, I always hear them teaching this, and it just never makes sense to me. It's like they would glory in being poor and can't feed their kids. Glory in being poor and you're getting evicted. That's poverty. Even my little boy, it's not humble beginnings. My kids are living the good life. Whatever these kids want, we could go in any store, we could buy them whatever they want. Me and my family, we're not humble beginnings. We're not even, we're above humble beginnings. So please stop calling poverty humble beginnings. It is not humble beginnings. Humble beginnings is, I thought of as my husband. They had a whole house, 3 floors. Where's it 2? 2 floors and a basement. Humble beginnings. They were born in that house. When you cannot feed your kids, that's poverty. When you go in the store and it's a choice between a toy and a loaf of bread. Poverty. My kids know whenever they go to the store, they can get 2 things. I've always raised them that way. You go to the store, you can get 2 things. So please stop saying that GILL and MYRLA came from humble beginnings. They did not. They came from poverty. And the difference between GILL and MYRLA is the Dusty, he wants to stay in it. He's not trying to elevate himself and elevate. Let me just say this again. A Dusty is not about income. Okay, the average income in the United States is $44,000, $45,000. Most people make $40,000 a year. Most Americans, household income, I don't know how they do it. Most Americans' household income is $40,000 to $50,000 a year. So a Dusty is not about income, it's about mentality. GILL is the definition of a Dusty, his whole mentality. And who was it in my comment that says, I just want women to marry rich men? You can never say, I have ever said on this channel, to go find a rich man. I have always said, marry a man where you can be comfortable, because most people are not comfortable, are not rich. Most people are comfortable. And comfort might mean $50,000 a year. Comfort for you might mean $100,000 a year. So I've always told women, marry a man that can give you a comfortable life. Comfort. You have everything you need. You have food, light, shelter. You have clothes. You have a couple of dollars in the bank. You can take a vacation here and there. You can send your kids to whatever school you want to send them. You can go to the store and the kids can pick up whatever they want. Not spoiling them, but you know. Comfortable. You have everything you need. You don't need to be a multi-millionaire to be comfortable. And when I was dating, I was praying about the income. I said, Lord, well, how do I know how much he needs to make? He said, what is your cost of living? Huh? He said, what is the cost of living for you to live where you want to live? Oh, let's say it's $50,000. Okay. Then he needs to make at least $65,000, $75,000 a year. That's how I calculated. And I made a determination on the guys that I was dating. This is why if a man that worked at McDonald's came up to me, I wasn't interested. Do you own it? No, you don't. Then goodbye. Oh, you're struggling to make ends eat? Where you work? Are you in between job? Oh, no. So, and I thought this was funny. Herman said, also, ladies, let GILL be a lesson to you. Never trust a big butt and a smile. He smiled all the way through this season, calling MYRLA names. And let me say this for those of you women who are making excuses for him. You know why you're making excuses for him? Because that's your norm. GILL taught your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, talking to you like that. You think that's normal. You've never had a man to adore you with the words of his mouth and to praise you. What the Bible says in Proverbs, it says her husband praised her. You don't know what it's like to be adored and told how beautiful you are and how great that color look on you. And you're precious. And my husband says to me all the time, you are my blessing. My husband has never, I cannot, in 9 years of marriage, tell you that my husband has said anything, called me anything other than, you're wonderful, you're my blessing, you're such a good woman, and you're a good wife, and you're so good with money, and thank you for my babies, and thank you for the dinner, and thank you for clothes, and oh, my clothes, my socks, you fold my socks for me, girl. You fold undershirt and my drawers. He said he could believe I fold when we got married. He said, I could believe you fold my underwears. He was telling his frat brothers, she fold my drawers. And they was like, well, damn, I ain't never had nobody to fold my drawers. Well, that's because I love him and I appreciate him. And I want to show him I love him by what I do. But my husband has never said anything to me that wasn't praising, adoring, showering me. That's what the Bible said, with the words of his mouth. Because what does Christ do to the church? He loves her and cherish her with the words of my mouth. And read the epistles, when the Apostle John says, little children. Not Apostle John calls us little children. Apostle Paul calls us saints. This is why this book is important. In Christ I am. We need to learn our identity in Christ. See, you don't know who you are. That's why you answer to bitch, how, and slut, because you haven't sat down and took the time to open up God's word and read what the Bible said. That's why you think what GILL was saying and how he talked to MYRLA was okay. Because you've never had somebody to shower you and praise you with the words of his mouth. Last thing, and then I'm going, Pastor Charles Stanley, God bless Pastor. I love Pastor Charles Stanley. He said he had a friend that worked in a bank, and he said to his friend, man, you must spend a lot of time with fake money to know it's fake. He said, nope, we don't spend any time with fake money. He said, when the new hirees come in, we don't give them fake money. You know what he said? He said, we spend so much time with the real money. Come on, somebody. He said, we spend so much time touching it and looking at it and feel it, so that when a fake money come in, you immediately identify it. Immediately. So those of us that was calling GILL out from season 1, we know what it means to be adored and showered by the words of our husbands. And that's why we were able to say, oh no, Dusty, abuse. And let me tell y'all, abuse come in different forms: verbally, psychologically, financially. All season, he has verbally abused MYRLA. And MYRLA said, I talked to him about it. I do not like it. I complain about things. I never complain about my husband, but that's his personality. And for those of you who are making excuses for him, I pray, my prayer for you is that if you're single, you will find somebody who will worship you with the words of his mouth. Because that's what a husband is supposed to do. A husband is to never say anything with his mouth to hurt you. Nothing. Never. Never. You're a princessa. You're a brat. You act like this. You act like what you think you're gold. All this bull crap. How? Who can find a virtuous woman? Because her price is far above ruby. Her crown, her wife is a crown to her husband. So y'all don't know nothing about that. That's why you think what he's doing is normal. Because you don't understand this is who you are, a crown. If you ever look at Queen Elizabeth walking on the street, she's a regular woman. But once she put that crown on, something's different. Though even walking on the street, she is queen, but you can tell when that crown. That's who you are, ladies. Don't you ever forget that this is who you are. A tiara or a crown. That's who you are. So if you are a crown, if God used the precious stones in the Bible to describe women and how precious we are, why do you think it's okay for a husband to use to verbally abuse his wife? And then y'all laugh it off because that's how your husband speaks to you. No, I'm sorry to tell you, your husband is verbally abusing you. You need to go see a counselor. That's what I told the lady. Go see a counselor. If you think that's okay, you need to go see a counselor because that's not okay. Even with my marriage counselor, he tell us, we took a class, argue, learn to fight fair. Do not hit below the belt. And you stay on topic. Whatever the problem is, that's what you talk about. All these precious stones in here, God used them to describe women and wives. All of them. So you tell me why it's okay and why you think it's okay for you to think it's okay for a husband to verbally abuse his wife. I just want to know, girl. Anyways, I gotta go back to my writing, child. I need how many words I need? 2,500. 2,300 words. Let me know what you think. Comment below what you remember that he said about MYRLA and what he called her. Okay. Let's not forget. I think I'm going to use this picture. Let's not forget this. I don't know how anybody can excuse that. Y'all is good, girl, because I was supposed to go to law school and I can't excuse that. Okay. I love you. I'm going to go. Gonna get back to these words. See you later. Bye.